and General Hospital's G. Francis on the next Rosie O'Donnell Show.
I'm Dr. Erland Emmentaler from the Mayo Clinic. Dr. Emmentaler, hello. I'm Carlo Hesser. Mr. Hesser? A busy man like yourself, I never expected you to meet me at the airport. Yes, well, I figured if you could fly all the way from the Mayo Clinic to give me a second opinion, it's the least I could do.
Excuse me.
And my limo's waiting right outside, so let me get your bag for you right here. But one moment, please. Aren't you going to introduce me to your wife? Who? Oh, her. Well, no, she's not my wife. She's just a friend I bumped into. Come on, let's go.
Oh, that's a lie, Mr. Hesser. And you know it.
Locked. Just like I told you.
Oh, come on, open up.
Why don't you try open sesame?
Oh, you think this is so funny, you and your adolescent little joke.
Me? You act like I locked this in.
Come on, Kevin, it's just your style. You lured me to this health club with some cock and bull story about Carlo Hesser, all to get me locked up into the steam bath with you.
Oh, please. Don't flatter yourself, Mrs. Carpenter. If I wanted to be locked in a steam room with a companion, I'd think of a few dozen other women I'd choose over you.
Oh, really? Then why didn't you?
Because you followed me here. Like always, you followed me. I tried to lose you, but no, you won't stay lost. You just gotta keep going after the story, don't you?
I'm a reporter.
You're a menace. Carlo Hesser locked us in this steam room, and there's one person to blame, Cassie. You.
About time. Wash your hands and clean out that booth over there. And where's your brother?
Who cares?
Christian, please. My mother is yours.
Ma.
What happened to you? Were you in a fight? Who did this to you?
Antonio. My big, brave brother, that's who.
You, Antonio? No, it can't be. Here. Here, hold this against there.
I got it.
Tell me what happened.
Buenas noches, amigo. Are you ready to come and work for me?
You're wasting your time. Carlo and RJ made sure we weren't going to follow them.
Oh, yeah? How'd they know it was us, genius, huh? We both covered up from head to toe.
Speaking of toes, I bet that Carlo took one look at your pretty painted ones and knew something was up.
Antonio, Posh. I was in such a hurry to get in here so he wouldn't beat me to an
Well, once again, Carpenter, the fault lies at your feet. No matter how dainty and attractive they may be.
Wrong. Wrong! By the time I snuck in here, Carlo and RJ were already playing it cool, talking about carrot juice or something, as if they knew someone was listening to every word.
You think I tipped them off? I'm a professional.
You're an over-eager laptop lizard, Kevin. Carlo and RJ were onto you before you even realized it, and now we're locked in here.
So it's my fault?
Well, it sure as heck ain't mine.
Well, guess what, genius? Doesn't matter whose fault it is. Because in a minute, we're both going to be boiled.
Help! Somebody help! We're locked in here!
They can't hear you. Oh, I know how the missionaries felt when the cannibals put them in a pot to make soup.
Kevin, I'm not done mind of making a conference with the vestry and flowers to order for Sunday service, and more importantly, I told Andrew that I'd be home to give River a bath and feed her so we could have a nice romantic dinner together.
Well, Cass, there is an alternative. We could both die of heat prostration, and then you won't have to worry about schedules or dinner.
It doesn't make any sense. Thorny would rather cut off his hand than lift it against you. What happened, Christian?
Jump! Come on, jump! Let's do it! Come on, jump! Jump, baby! Come on, jump! Quick, jump! Come on, jump!
Are you listening to me, Christian? How did this fight start?
Ask Antonio. Mom, look, I'm on the roof, right? I'm hanging out with the guys. And then Antonio comes in, and he starts with me. Shape up, he says. You're throwing your life away, he says. And when I don't say yes, sir, he pushes me and I hit my head on something. Besides, I'm like, I'm not asking him for anything except to stay out of my life. If I don't want to go to college, that's my business.
Christian, please. You don't need a lecture from me right now.
Mom, look, table 2 is calling. You better go.
Call Jessica. She's someone that you can talk to, someone you trust and love. No matter what happened between you, you know that it's true.
Not anymore, Mommy. That's over. Like everything else, that's over.
Sweetheart, please don't talk like that.
Mom, look, I know I was supposed to cover tonight, but I gotta get out of here. Look, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I gotta go, okay?
No, Christian, wait.
Oh, Christian. Hello.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I know he didn't mean to.
That's all right. Well, come on. Obviously, he's as upset as Jessica is, which is why I'm here. I was hoping that we could find a way to help our children, if they'll let us.
Let's do this. I'm ready to join your payroll.
Excellent. Order that to my office.
Stop. You may not want me once you hear my conditions.
Conditions? Solid brass. Well, okay. Let me hear them.
First, I want your personal guarantee you're going to put my kid brother through college.
You've got my word.
Not good enough. I want Christian to hold a letter from Lambview University, offering him a complete scholarship.
Consider it done. But what about yourself? All of your conditions can't be so completely selfless.
You'll clear my debt with RJ. I want my mother to own that diner free and clear.
Done.
And remember this. I haven't forgotten what your pit bull Javier and his pals did to Andy.
That's between you
That's
and...
between you and me. You or anybody on your payroll so much as breathes on Andy again. It's over. Understood?
Consider it all done. But only to be fair to you, I have one condition.
I'm more than Mr. Hesser's friend. I'm his spiritual advisor. Mr. Maggie Carpenter, hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sister. Mr. Hesser is fortunate to have the strength and support of his religion at such a difficult time.
Well, you're not one of those scientists who poo-poos the power of faith, are you?
No, on the contrary. I have seen the limits of medicine only to witness the miracles that true faith can bring.
Well, I would love to hear about some of those miracles, but right now I feel the need to pray with Mr. Hesser before you begin your consultation.
Yeah, I really don't. Fine idea. I'll just check on my luggage.
Thank you very much.
Oh, man, you
prevent me going there. Spiritual advisor? Well, that bit really paid off, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I almost didn't do it. But because you keep telling me how dangerous Carlo is over and over again, I know you don't care about your own life, Max, but I can't help but think of your kids. Those twins are just babies, and Al's already lost 2 mothers. Come on. You gotta give this plan up tonight, okay?
Is this a bad time for you?
No, not at all.
Thank you.
Vicky, are you saying that you want our children to get back together again?
Well, why are you against them?
Oh, no. No, Actually, I was afraid that you would be. Oh, especially after Christian was arrested.
Carlotta, Christian is not a criminal, for heaven's sakes. He made a mistake. A lot of kids his age do that. And between you and me, there's a certain young woman named Lorna who has to share the blame.
You know, it amazes me. You have such a different attitude than some people like, say, Lorna's family. You've always been so fair with my boys.
It doesn't really matter what side of the river you're born on, does it? It matters if you have character, and your boys have more than enough of that.
Thank you very much. And so does Jessica.
Oh, thank you. You know, Carlotta, I never wanted them to destroy their friendship.
Oh, no, I certainly didn't either.
Of course, I don't think there's any such thing as 10 easy lessons to being a parent, right?
Well, thank God, because I would have flunked all those classes.
No, you wouldn't have. Although I felt much the same as you at one time when Jessie wouldn't have anything to do with me. But now, she's starting to trust me again, and that's good.
You're very lucky because, you know, Christian used to tell me everything. We used to be able to talk about his fears, his hopes, his dreams, anything. And lately he's been acting more and more like his brother did when he was that age.
I think as young men get older, they get more private.
Well, I believe in my boys. I just can't see into their hearts anymore. And I don't like it.
As one of my legal advisors, you'll have access to almost every aspect of my life.
If you're asking me for...
I'm demanding loyalty, unswerving and uncompromised.
Don't worry. Once you buy me, I stay. But...
I would hope you would think of this as something more than just a business transaction. I've purchased talent from many sources. But your talents are greater. And your fierce devotion to the people you love. Your mother, your brother, your lover. And it's now at this time that I need someone who has such an understanding of family.
Why now?
I'm slightly concerned about my health.
Your health?
Nothing serious. It's just that as a man grows old, let's just say I'm beginning to think of the future. And I'm very glad that you're going to be part of that future.
Don't ever touch me.
It was a way to show respect.
You want to show respect? Keep your promises and keep your distance. I'm not your friend.
I hope in time that will change.
I'll report to work as soon as Christian has that letter from the scholarship committee.
Give me time. That's all I ask. Time to get everything in order.
Maggie, I'm doing this for my kids. Don't you understand that?
No, I don't understand.
Look, if my plan works, then this will be a safer town. And my kids will have a future no one can ever take away from them.
What if this plan doesn't work? What if Carlo finds out? You're going to leave your kids without a father.
Bless you. Bless you, Sister Maggie. Doctor, please, let me get that bag. The limo will take us right to your hotel room, and we can do the consultation. Hotel? But, Mr. Hesse, you insisted on having the consultation in the privacy of your own suite. I did. I did. You know, you would really be much more comfortable in your room with your things. As long as I'm here, I prefer to make you as comfortable as possible. Besides, I'm eager to see your famous art collection. You promised you'd show me. Right. And a promise is a promise. Would you excuse me for just 1 second? I feel the need for another prayerful moment with my spiritual advisor. I really hate to do this to
No.
you.
Forget it.
Okay, let's see if... Okay. Mommy's not home yet, but she'll be home soon. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just sit right here on the couch, and I'm going to read you your favorite book, okay? Do you remember the name of this book? Huh? This book is called The Man in the Moon and the Hot Air Balloon. You ready? All right.
Just like heat prostration sounds great. If it means I don't have to spend another minute with you.
Oh, well, fine. Be my guest. Why don't you see if you can get the thermostat up to the melting point? Do us both a favor.
You know, I just might do that.
Fine. Go right ahead. The sooner the better.
Open this damn Kevin, get out of the way. I can do this. Yell louder and better than you. Help!
No one can hear you. Open it!
Stop it. You're going to break your hand.
I don't care if it gets me away from you. Open the door!
Stop it. Takes both of us to get out of here.
I told you, please, get out of my way. Oh, my God. You're so beautiful.
Well, Antonio sounds just like Kevin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The world-traveled newspaper reporter?
Oh, yeah. Kevin used to talk to me about everything under the sun. Not anymore.
So it's not just the men from Angel Square, huh?
It's not just men, period. It's everybody. I told you Jessie went through a phase like that with me.
Yeah, you know, I have to tell you, I used to love it when she used to come to my back door and she'd ask me for advice in life and love. It made me feel like I had a daughter. You didn't resent that, did you?
No. Good Lord, no. No, I'm delighted she had somebody sensible to turn to, you know, when I can't do this. I cannot do this anymore. I'm going to stop punishing myself for not being available to them at every moment.
You know, that's really funny because my sons always say that I'm too available.
You can't win for trying. Right. Well, at least Jessie's starting to smile again. She was cast in the play that they're doing down at the community center.
Oh, yeah, Christian told me about it. Imagine Shakespeare in Angel Square.
Is Christian in it?
No, he's not in it, but, you know, he's designing the scenery. It's part of his community service work.
Carlotta, if they are going to spend the summer working on the same play...
Then that certainly gives them a great opportunity to become friends again, maybe?
Oh, let's hope so. Would you excuse me just one moment?
Problems?
No, I just need to call the city room and check in before they put the paper to bed. That's all. Do you mind?
Oh, of course. I should get back to work, too.
Thank you.
There you are. Well, maybe you can tell me what made you hit your brother?
Ma, I don't know what Chris told you.
Oh, you didn't have to tell me anything. I could just see. I could see from my own eyes. He had a nice cut on his forehead. You know, is that enough that he feels like the whole world is ganging up on him? But when your own brother...
Ma, what happened was an accident.
Yeah, what kind of an accident? And don't tell me it was nothing.
Look, I stopped him from doing something dumb with his friends. He didn't. And if it's up to me, we'll never have to worry about Chris again.
Well, I'm his mother. I'm always going to... What are you trying to say, Tonio? What's going on?
No, I've lowered my standards, compromised my integrity. I've even impersonated a nun, and I am a nun. You can't ask me to do your dirty work for you anymore.
All right. Okay, I mean, you're right. I've asked you to do too much already, but this is my disaster, and I just have to clean it up myself. Even if it kills me. So long, Maggie.
Stop it. Come here. I'm gonna hate myself tomorrow. But what the heck? I already hate myself tonight, so what do you want?
Listen, somebody's got to call Renee and tell her to keep Carlo away from the suite until I give the all-clear sign, okay? Here's your number. You can do that for me, right? Maggie.
You know what? I thought you were a murderer, but it turned out I was totally wrong. You're certifiable. You really think you're going to get away with this impersonation?
As far as the good doctor's concerned, I am Carlo Hessen.
Yeah, you're in the airport where nobody knows you, but if you take him back to the hotel, back to Carlo's suite, you think no one's going to know? You think Carlo's not going to know?
Look, you going to help or not? If you're not, you can just stop all the sentimental hooey about Al and the twins, because if something happens to me, it's going to be because of one person, St. Maggie. Doctor, sorry to keep you waiting. Please, this way. That's very good.
You can do anything. Why do you keep putting Max and me on a collision course? Hi, yeah, is this the front desk? Could I speak to Renee Buchanan, please? Well, did she say where she could be reached and when she'll be back? Yes, of course it's important. It's a matter of life and death.
Don't.
Hey, why is this door locked? No harm, no foul, guy, but was that a woman in the men's steam room?
Yes. It was definitely a woman.
And then the man in the moon did something that he'd never done before. Closed his eyes, and he said his prayers, and he went to sleep. And he dreamed. The end. Did you like that? Listen, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you up to bed, and when Mommy gets home, I'm going to have her come in and give you a great big kiss. How's that sound? Good? All right? Rick.
I just want Mom.
I know you do, honey, but you know something? You're lucky to have a mommy that's as great as the one you have, and I know that you want her to be around more, but you know, she's going after her dreams. She's going after her dreams just like the man in the moon did, and that's important. You know, sweetie, we want Mommy's dreams to come true, don't we?
I want my mom.
So all of a sudden, we don't have to worry, huh? Why?
Look, Ma, let me get to work.
Why?
Okay. Something did happen. Something good for a change. This guy, he's been keeping his eye on me.
What guy?
A businessman. He heard about the legal work I did for Nora and how hard I worked on trying to clear my name, and he was impressed, okay? So impressed that he offered me a job. An executive position.
Well, that's wonderful, Antonio. An executive position.
And all the perks that go with it. He says I'm on the fast track. That's what he calls it.
Well, you still haven't told me this guy's name. Well, you know, maybe Clint knows him. He knows everybody.
No, this guy kind of keeps to himself. Low profile. You know, big business types like to do that.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so. But you still haven't told me what kind of a business he's in or what kind of work you'll be doing for him.
All sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be learning the business from the ground up. You know, from finance to investment. You name it.
Well, that all sounds very exciting, but,
You should probably
still have a lot of questions.
get that, it's probably the lottery saying you won. That kind of day.
Excuse me. DK Diner. May I help you? Ah, Andy, hi. Well, you can't imagine how busy we are. Antonio? Oh, no, he's not here right now, but I do expect him any minute. At headquarters? Sure. Okay, I'll have him call you there the minute he gets in. Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Mom.
So what was that all about? Now, here you walk in with some good news, and you don't even want to share it with the woman you love? I thought you and Andy made up.
We did. And I will talk to her. When I got some time. Right now, you need me, right?
No, right now what I need is a little straight talk, if that isn't too much to ask.
Okay, no problems at the Banners.
What's wrong with you? Do you believe in premonitions, Vicky?
Oh, yes. Why?
Well, just now, for one moment, I felt like someone walked across my grave.
Kathleen, so sorry to surprise you, but Dr. Emmentaler insisted on getting to my consultation right away.
Your consultation. Of course, sir.
Would you take care of the doctor's bags, please?
Thank you very much. I can't wait to see your fabulous collection.
Listen, thanks for catching on so quick.
Goes with the job, sir. Mr. Buchanan told me if I was working with you, I'd have to stay on my toes.
Good old Ace, he loves me after all.
Amazing.
Listen, get over there, entertain the doctor before he swipes some of Carlos' precious artwork, all right?
Speaking of Mr. Hesser, he called to say he's on his way home. If you don't get Dr. Limburger up
Relax,
here...
relax, okay? Ace is paying you top dollar.
All that'll buy me is a fancy funeral.
But don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry. Just go over and do your maid thing, okay?
May I get you anything to drink, Doctor?
Just some mineral water and a place to wash up.
Of course, sir. This way.
Maggie, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be tracking down Renee.
She's not in her office. She's not in the restaurant. She's nowhere in the hotel. Nobody knows where she is.
Don't tell me that. Carlo's on his way here right now.
This is going to blow a few holes in your plan, won't it? Not to mention your head.
Oh, you enjoy this, don't you?
No, I don't. I want you to stop playing Mission Impossible and get out of here.
Say that again?
You got to get out of here,
No, the
Max.
Mission Impossible part. You know what? You're right. This requires intelligence, cunning, stealth. You're the perfect person for the job.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
This tape will self-destruct in 2 seconds. Go.
Go where?
Maggie, your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you will, because there is no other choice, is to stop Carlo Hesser from entering this apartment.
Oh, Max.
My life is in your hands.
Max.
you're so caught up in Mommy's golden boy thing about me that you don't even know me anymore. You know, maybe you guys thought that if you pretended that I was something special and good things would come my way, that I would be special. But you know what? I got news for you. I am sick, and I am tired of carrying that weight on my shoulders. All of the family's dreams got dumped on my back. First it was Mommy's dreams, now they're yours too? What's the matter with you people? Huh? Why can't you just live your own damn lives? Chris, wait. What for, huh? So you can knock me down again?
I want to talk to you. There's something I need to say.
Andrew, what's wrong? Why are you staring at me like that?
You are so beautiful.
Doctor, could we hurry this up a little bit? You're nervous. That's perfectly natural.
Nervous, yes, not for the reason you think.
Oh? I mean, I feel better than I've ever felt in my life, and how could I have an incurable disease? Yes, that's the way it goes, isn't it? You never know when your life is over. Mr. Hesser. Mr. Hesser. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. My pen just gave up the ghost. Do you have one I could use?
Oh, yeah. Sure, I have a pen. I bet I have lots of pens somewhere.
I would think your desk is the most logical place.
Of course it is. It's the only place I would... yeah. My, good. Special pen that I keep in my special place.
Thanks. Well, come on, Doc. Give it to me straight. Have I got Beden's disease? Am I going to die? We are all going to die, Mr. Hesser.
A lot sooner than you think.
What?
Nothing. Go on, please.
As for Beden's disease, I see no evidence of the bacteria in your system. On the contrary, you are among the healthiest men your age I've ever encountered.
I am? I'm going to live? I'm going to live a long, natural, happy life?
Well, as for the long and happy part, I leave that to you, but you should live to a ripe old age.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Stop, Carlo, he says. My life is in your hands, he says. You don't need a friend, Max Holden. You need a miracle.
What troubles me is the disparity between these latest lab tests and the ones I received from Landview Hospital. They don't match up.
Oh, well, I'm sure there's an explanation.
I would like to run a third set, just to be on the safe side.
A third? You know, that really won't be necessary.
But what if the first results are accurate and...
Doctor, if you say I'm not sick, that's good enough for me. Listen, if we get you to the airport right now, we can get that next flight to Minnesota. I know you got a lot of real patients that are really sick that you want to get back to.
Mr. Hesser, I still haven't seen your collection of impressionists. You promised you'd show me.
Andrew, don't hate me.
Hate you? I don't think that I ever could.
I promised you that I'd be home in time. to feed River and put him to bed, and I would have been here if there hadn't been a breaking story, but...
Okay. You don't owe me any explanation.
Oh, but I do. I do. I keep trying to balance my business and my personal life, but sometimes I'm just not...
I think you're doing a great job. I do. I mean, a really great job. I mean, how many top-notch reporters have to run home and rock the baby to sleep and deal with a vestry and, you know, I haven't even brought up dealing with this old stick in the mud.
Don't say that, Andrew. Don't say that. You are the best. You are the most wonderful guy that I know.
Thank you. Let's not get carried away.
No, sweetheart. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You are the most wonderful. You are my life. God, I love you. I love you.
You'll be too. Hey. If it's going to be like this, you can stay out late every night, all right? I'll put River to bed. It's no problem.
Well, whatever's bothering my son seems to be contagious.
He looks like he wants to be left alone.
Hey, good mothers are supposed to respect that.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, fancy meeting you here. What's up?
Mom, do me a favor, okay? Please. Do not try to kiss it and make it better. Okay? Because you can't.
How's the forehead?
I'll live.
Look, Chris, I'm sorry. Right? I was just trying to stop you from hurting yourself when I yanked you off that ledge.
Nobody asked you to. We were just having some fun.
You were playing chicken. Okay. I did some dumb things too when I was your age.
No. Really?
And I'm still doing some dumb things. Like making you feel you gotta be the hope of the family. Like you gotta make up for the things I missed. You got your own life, your own choices. So long as they don't include getting yourself killed.
I could have made that jump, you know.
Yeah, well, I want to see you jump a lot farther. As far as you can go.
Even if it's someplace that you don't want me to go?
From now on, you dream your own dreams.
No. I am through with dreaming.
Don't say that.
What are you doing?
Chris, you still get to dream. And I promise you that what you dream will come true.
Sorry to rush you through the Monets, but you've seen one lily pad, you've seen them all, right?
Well, not really, and there's still the post-impressionists.
I'll go on loan to the Musée d'Orsay. Next time, although hopefully it'll be a long, long time before I need another diagnosis.